Ojo was a quiet young man who lived in a small village called Aloko. After his parents died, he decided to leave the village and start a new life in the town of Iroko. He worked hard as a motor mechanic and saved money. One day, he told himself, I must rent a house of my own. I am tired of sleeping in my friend's shop. He walked around town looking for a cheap room. Every landlord asked for too much money. Just when he was losing hope, he met an old man sitting under a mango tree. Are you looking for a house? The old man asked. Yes, Baba, Ojo replied. The man smiled. I have one. Cheap and big. Only 10 naira every month. Ojo's eyes opened wide. Only 10 naira. Yes. Follow me. The old man led Ojo through a narrow path into a quiet area. The house stood alone, with tall grass around it. It looked old but strong. The roof didn't leak, the door was solid, and the windows had strong glass. I like it, Ojo said. Why is it so cheap? The old man smiled again. People say many things, my son. But the house is fine. If you want peace, don't listen to noise. Ojo paid him the money. The man gave him a rusty key. This house is yours now. Just never open the small door inside the kitchen. Ojo looked confused. Small door. The man was already walking away. That night, Ojo moved in with his small bag. He swept the floor and cooked some yam. He smiled. This is the beginning of my new life. But at midnight, he woke up with a strong cold breeze blowing inside the room. The windows were closed, but the breeze was strong. He got up and checked. Nothing was wrong. Then, he heard something. A low voice, crying. It came from the kitchen. He opened the kitchen door. No one was there. Then he saw it, the small door beside the shelf. It was locked, but something behind it was crying like a baby. Ojo ran back to his room and covered himself. The crying stopped after some minutes. In the morning, he told himself, maybe it was a dream. For 7 days, Ojo could not sleep well. Every night, at exactly midnight, he heard the same crying. Sometimes it sounded like a woman. Sometimes it was a baby. One night, it was laughter, strange and sharp. He told his neighbor, Musa. Musa looked shocked. You are living in that house. That house should have been burned long ago. Why? Ojo asked. They say the house eats people. Everyone who stays there either runs mad or disappears. Didn't you hear about Tond? Ojo shook his head. He stayed there for 3 days. On the 4th night, he ran into the forest, screaming, never to return. Ojo's hands were cold. But I already paid. Where will I go? Musa held his hand. Come stay in my room. Ojo refused. Let me try one more night. Ojo decided he would open the small door. Maybe something was trapped there. Maybe if he opened it, the voices would stop. He waited till midnight. He lit a lamp and walked to the kitchen. The door looked darker than before. His hand shook as he put the key inside. It turned with a loud click. Behind the door was a small room. It was empty, but very cold. The walls were covered with red handprints. Some were big, some were small. He heard whispers. His lamp went off. Ojo screamed and ran outside the house. He didn't stop running until he reached the main road. But he had nowhere to go. So he returned in the morning. That night, Ojo promised himself he wouldn't open the door again. But at 2 a.m., he woke up to see a woman sitting on his bed. She wore white. Her hair was long and black. Her face was pale. Ojo couldn't move. She spoke. You opened the door. I'm sorry, Ojo said with shaking voice. They said not to open it. Now I can come. Now I can feed. Ojo screamed. She disappeared. He ran outside and slept on the ground until the sun came up. The next day, Ojo went to look for the old man who gave him the house. He searched the town, asking people. Old man. Mango tree, they all said. Nobody sits there. Ojo found the mango tree. No one was there. Only dry leaves. He sat and cried. Then a boy walked by and said, "Are you talking about Baba Oro? He died 10 years ago. He owned a house that killed many." Ojo's heart stopped. He went to the local shrine. The priest at the shrine was an old woman. She looked at Ojo and said, "You stepped into the mouth of spirits. That house is not yours. It belongs to the spirit of the river. A long time ago, it was built on top of a sacred grave. Why does it cry?" Ojo asked. "It cries for blood," she replied. "And it wants yours. Can I leave? You must cleanse yourself, or it will follow you." She gave him a white powder and told him to pour it at the four corners of the house. Then she told him never to sleep there again. Ojo returned. He didn't enter the house. He stood outside and poured the powder at each corner. The wind blew strong. He heard voices crying and laughing. Then, from the house, he saw faces at the window. Old faces. Sad faces. Angry faces. He shouted, "Leave me alone." The house shook. Suddenly, fire rose from the roof. Bright, red fire, but it didn't burn. It floated. Then, everything stopped. The house became quiet. Ojo ran. He didn't look back. He didn't stop until he reached the next village. He never returned to Iroko town again. He started afresh. He slept under trees. He worked harder. He saved more. This time, he bought land and built his own small house with his own hands. But sometimes at night, he still heard crying in his dreams. And he would whisper, "I didn't know. I didn't know the house was owned by spirit."